In this video, I'm going to talk about a pretty advanced strategy. And if you're new to marketing, maybe watch this twice or maybe skip it because some people find it hard to understand in the beginning. But I'm going to talk about dominating algorithms throughout the web, okay?
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
So far, we've talked about only one algorithm really in this course, and that's the SEO algorithm. But on very, very large sites, there are other algorithms. I'll walk you through them. And these algorithms, if you do well, this should be your main source of traffic, okay? I'll explain how. First, on YouTube, you see, this is my video, but what I really want to draw your attention is that next to any video, there's that side on the stuff on the right, the recommendation videos, right? And what you want to do is make sure that your videos are recommended to some of the very big videos in your niche. Okay, we'll talk about how to do that in a second, but I just want to draw you, this is the recommendation algorithm. I want to show you other recommendation algorithms. Okay, Amazon, for Amazon books, look, this is called the also bots. People who bought this also bought that. You see, you want your books to be next to other large books, okay? Most of your sales, if you have a really popular book, should come for many, many people from the also bots because you get recommended, you should be getting recommended by Amazon. The problem most people have is that their book just isn't recommended and they're not aware that that's what's supposed to happen. If you even look at Udemy, you have the recommendation algorithm. Because I search for business plan, they're showing me something. Because I search for SEO, they're showing me something. So they're recommending me a lot of stuff. And not only on Udemy they have recommendations, but they have category algorithms. So these are 4 algorithms that we went over. Okay, search, also bots, categories, and recommended. Okay, now let's go over how you get your content or products to be recommended. So most sites online, the very, very big sites, most products or content on them are discovered either through search or their recommendation or other algorithms. And what you need to do is have those algorithms be your biggest source of traffic on them. That's how the real money is made there, okay? Because what you're really doing is tapping into the vastness of those huge, huge sites. Okay, so whatever sales you're getting now is like it will feel like a trickle compared to the flood that you can get if you leverage these algorithms. So that's why I call it advanced, because also almost no one even really tries to target these. People maybe focus on SEO a little bit, people focus on Facebook, social media, whatever, but this is really where a lot of money is made. Okay, so let's get started how to do this. Let's get into what the algorithms look for. They look for social signals and engagement signals. Social signals are simple things like if you're on YouTube, it's upvotes, comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, things like that, sharing. Okay, if YouTube sees there's a lot of that happening, they rank your video higher. Now, on Amazon and Udemy, things like reviews. Okay, what are engagement signals? Engagement signals are 2 things. First, how many total engagements are there? An engagement may be maybe buying a book, watching a video. That's like one engagement, right? And if you get more and more engagements, more views, more purchases, then you're going to rank higher. Now, within each engagement, there's a lot of other engagement, right? Let's say when you buy a book, they measure how far are you getting through that book. Is it comparable to your competitors? Is it better than the competitors, right? So they're actually also monitoring as much as possible what's actually happening, how you're engaging with that product after you buy it. Okay, so you raise these by the quality of your actual product. Okay, so the marketing is actually from your actual either video or book or course or whatever. So it's something that it's not a turnkey thing. It's something over time you work to make your product as best as possible. Okay, and so once you do that, you're gonna get the algorithms to naturally pick you up more and recommend you more. And if your product is not competitive or your video is not competitive and it's not as good as competitors, it's maybe not watched as much, then YouTube is gonna rank you lower, okay, recommend you less. Now, there's ways to get engagement, okay? So initial engagement is always from your audience. Okay, if you're on YouTube, you've got your subscribers. If you're doing business online, you've got your email marketing. So you always have your Twitter and Facebook followers and other social media followers. The problem is that you run out of them on day one. So how do you do this long term? Long term, you get engagement from other audiences, like getting publicity, getting influencers to promote you, writing guest blogs, growing your audience over time so you can promote multiple times to your audiences. Things like that. You always want to push your product, and with enough pushing, your product is going to start getting recommended more and more and more. Okay, so that's really what you do. And of course, you can always get engagement from ad traffic. Ad traffic is tricky, but sometimes you can do it at a loss. Let's say you spend $10, you spend $11 to sell a $10 product. It might feel like it's not sustainable, but in fact, it might be very sustainable if that extra engagement and sale, you maybe lost $1 on it, but if it helps you get recommended more by Amazon or Udemy or YouTube, that might end up turning into a lot more money than you had lost from the extra organic sales, of course, right? Now, lastly, I also want to talk about your landing page optimization, your conversion, okay? If it's YouTube, it's your thumbnail. It has to be really catchy and attractive, and your video title, okay? That's going to get people to choose your video over others, in the search results. Also on Amazon and on Udemy and sites, e-commerce sites like that, of course, the metric there is conversion rate of your landing page. Are people converting when they're landing on your page? Your title has to be interesting, compelling, your subtitle, your description, your photos, all things like that. And even when people are picking your product out of the search results on Amazon, your book thumbnail and your book title are going to make a huge difference, because obviously people are going to be choosing that over other things that are in the listings. And so you always want to work up and always want to focus on your title, your reviews, because reviews also show up there, and every element of of boosting conversion rates on those sites. And that actually will have far-reaching effects, because it's going to help you get recommended by these sites. And once you start getting recommended, that's really where the magic happens. I never really talk about money, but I make most of my money through these specific tactics, where I get recommended by the platforms. Okay, I make good content, I know how to promote them, I know how to trigger the engagement signals and social signals, and I get recommended. And then really the magic happens. You get a flood of sales, and you make a significant amount of money. So I'd really recommend that you really, really try to get this video, maybe watch it twice, because these strategies, almost no one focuses on them, and they're really important and they can make a huge difference for your business.